Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're going to talk about Married at First Sight, season 17, Denver. Now this is episode 9 and the episode is called Wigging Out. So if you look on the bottom of your screen or whatever you're looking on your device, whatever you have, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please consider subscribing. Like this video, that helps the algorithm and pushes out into the YouTube universe or whatever people watches on, and leave your comments and hello to everyone on the replay. So hopefully everyone got a chance to watch the Married at First Sight episode. If not, you're just here for the review or just listen to different reviews. That's fine too. I would love to know what your comments are as we go along. Now, before I get started, is it me or is Married at First Sight Denver already a train wreck? I mean, we're on episode 9. And in my opinion, so let's say the honeymoons was like episode 4, 5, 6, around that. It's already a train wreck. Let's say Lauren and Orion didn't have, the issues that really Orion, and as I've heard people say in different comments, chats, and even on different reviews, Lion, I like that. Issues, still, there's no real chemistry I don't see with Clare and Cameron, and definitely not with Emily and Brennan. And then, of course, we had the runaway bride to start the season. So who do we really have? That would be what? Becca and Austin. And I personally think that Becca and Austin, I've said this, I think for sure last review, are just strictly surface level. They haven't talked about the bigger issues, whether it be Austin not wanting to right now, but I see this spark more on maybe Becca's side and not quite so much a twinkle in the eye for Austin. It's just not there for me. I don't get it. So let me see who's in the comments and then we'll move on with the episode. This won't be very long because a lot didn't happen. And because with really no real front runner couple, they spend a lot of time. It seems like producers spend a lot of time on the couple who's having, or the couples, plural, who's having the most issues. And that is Emily and Brennan and Clare and Cameron. So, because there's really nothing to talk about with Becca and Austin right now until maybe next week's episode. So let me see who's in the chat and say hello to everybody. We have Frappes and Tea. Hola, yes. Like, subscribe, comment, and enjoy. Thank you for joining. And Miss Dolores, hello there. And Miss Cynthia, hello. And Sharon, definitely. Hi, Sharon. Yes, definitely a train wreck for sure. Yeah, you say the same thing, Dolores? A train wreck. What'd you say, Sharon? You said, I call him Onion. Well, Onion. I take Onion for if you crying a lot, because honestly, that could be a nickname for Lauren. I want to know, I understand that Lauren is upset by not going through the process. Some people actually, in my opinion, go forward with the process of Married at First Sight that want to be married. But as the season has gone along, it seems like very few people are into the process of wanting to get married. It seems like they may have been recruited or found out for other means, and maybe just are on the show as like, we'll give it a try and see. Because at the end of the however weeks they have, 8, 9 weeks for them technically versus how many episodes we see on TV, we can call it quits. But this is the real deal, because if you've been with Married at First Sight from the very beginning or not, it used to be a real picket fence love story, whether they made it or not, people who generally wanted to be on Married at First Sight versus what we're seeing now. So, okay. Frappes and Tea said, yep, a train wreck is accurate. Yes. Hello, Andres, and hello, the Jazz Vent Show. So, and if they bring back what's his name, Michael, the groom, when would they incorporate him into the show? Honestly, it seems like the show, the Married at First, this season for Married at First Sight is already on like decision day. Or is it just me? It seems like a lot of them have already made their decision, except even the front runner couple, Becca and Austin, they're teetering the lines of saying yes, but the rest of them, for me, I think everyone on this show, and I don't know any spoilers, will be a bust. Well, the only spoiler I knew was about Lauren possibly hooking up with somebody in production. That's a rumor, but whether it's to be seen or not, I don't know. We have to wait for the reunion, but it already feels like finale to me. It already feels like decision day, and we're just like going through the motions. But back to the groom, like, where will they stick him in? They've already about to be, if not next week, the following week, at the month anniversary. So how do you just throw someone in mid-season like that and be like, oh, let's follow their story? So I don't know. Married at First Sight is definitely different with the things that they're up to. So let me read a few more comments. Let's see. I think none of the husbands want their wives, Cynthia says. And Sharon says, please don't bring Michael back on the show. We'll throw things off. Well, you know, they did show the pre-interview or the post-interview of Michael want to give him a second chance. So whether they do or not, I don't know. That'll be kind of weird to follow their story. So, okay. And yes, welcome to the show, Andres. Welcome. So on this episode, the couples are hosting their friends with a get-together with their new place. It seems like they just hosted their friends when they came back. Or was that different because it was friends and family? When they came back from the receptions. To me, it rolls in the same thing. It's also giving the energy that perhaps there's not a whole lot to film because maybe the couples aren't as close or as tight as they maybe should be. Well, a few of the couples, when they do meet the friends, goes left. And I'm not surprised with the ones who definitely went left because it just seemed like the writing was on the wall. Or Orion, Onion, whatever you want to call him, and Lauren also participate in the talking with their friends or family about what happened on the honeymoon. Listen, because if it was me, you would have known when I came back. You would have known on the honeymoon, like, look, this is what's happening. I'm not comfortable, but that I'm not on the show, right? There's some quick scenes to begin. It's Becca's birthday, and Austin's making breakfast for her. And Brennan said that after talking with Pastor Cal, he decided he was going to go ahead and move in with Emily just to try to make things work. If you are already thinking about, should I move in? Should I not? Oh, well, Pastor Cal did make some points. Yeah, I think I'll give it a try. What? I don't understand what the issue is with Brennan already. That energy already says checked out. And then when we see Brennan speaking with Emily's friends, I don't understand the confusion for Brennan as to why their friends are asking those questions, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. Also, we see Emily meet up with her friend Sophie to talk about the marriage and the honeymoon with Brennan and how things have turned. The tides have turned from the honeymoon. And she said by the end of the honeymoon, Brennan changed and said he doesn't open up to her with his feelings. And that he's uncomfortable being on camera. Now, I don't know how long y'all have been watching the Married at First Sight episodes. I could say maybe about, seasons, maybe about 3 seasons or so back. I think that's really when a couple or two started talking about how uncomfortable they were on camera and the things they would do differently. So yeah, if Brennan's already, not wanting to film or whatever the case is, he might be uncomfortable, but is that what's really throwing you off? And didn't they tell you this was a TV show? I mean, you didn't have to go through with it, Brennan. I'm just saying. All right. Well, Emily is still hoping that her and his relationship will continue on, and she wants to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, wow. I mean, first of all, your wrist is still broken. I mean, if you watch the after party, she still has something on her wrist. At the honeymoon, did he suggest her go to the doctor? Because I don't remember that. And even if she didn't want to go, suggest or maybe do light activities or something like that. Because on the honeymoon, Brendan was like, oh, yeah, Yeah. She's a trooper. I like that about her. And then he just mentioned something too recently about, oh yeah, I'm starting to get to trust you and things like that. So, there's no need to sugarcoat this, Brennan. If you're not feeling Emily, stop telling her things that's going to give her hope that this could possibly move forward. I'm just asking. I mean, what do y'all think about Brennan just in this clip before we get into the friends and family? Hello, Jonda. Emily doesn't discern that Brennan is not into her. I think she knows, but she doesn't want to accept it because remember, this is Emily's first time relationship that's gone the distance of any way, shape, or form. So I think she wants to make this work and put her all into it. She just doesn't want to give up as easy. Sharon, you say these people know before, but it entails they're lying if they say they didn't know. True. Jasmine Show says Brennan might be bipolar. Okay, listen. A lot of people on this show may have had mental challenges. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being very serious. We've seen a lot of people do shady things along the way. So, all right. What'd you say? Great point. I'm just saying that's what I mean, we could agree to disagree, but that's just how I see it. So, the Jasmine Show, you also say, oh, he's secretly abusive, controlling is what we think. Yes. I mean, I want to kind of like say that till we get to their scene, but I'll just say it real quick that when we met Brennan, and even after that, he said that the only people he's really got angry with is his parents, his mom and dad. He's never gotten angry with a friend or coworker or had a disagreement. Only his mom and daddy just saw red or whatever and went off. I'm like, wow, Brennan, that says a lot. And then if you also remember, Brennan said that his parents have been married for quite some time, over 25, 30 years. They're originally from Russia. I think that's what he said, Russia. And they didn't necessarily like the fact that he was going to marry an American girl, and maybe he saw his father drink too much. So there's a lot of things that Brennan is carrying over into this relationship. And clearly, I think one of these things is he doesn't like that a woman, wife or not, likes to tell him what it is or suggest what to do. What y'all think about that? So anyways, I dropped the link under Millennium Mom StreamYard. If you're new to this channel, you have the option of coming up on the panel. If you click the link, it'll ask you if you want to mute your camera or not. It's up to you if you could join. Feel free, or you could just stay in the comments and we'll chat that way. And I appreciate everybody for watching and for your comments as well. Are you ready backstage? Yes? Okay. All right. Welcome, Devontae. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Well, what do you think about just the beginning? We haven't got into detail about the get-togethers yet. What do you think about the beginning with the quick scenes about Becca's birthday, Lauren and Orion, Emily meet up with her friend to talk, and just more of the same? I think this show, like this season, more like a train wreck. Is already we're seeing decision day like every week. Like no one's progressing. Right. What do you think about that?
Another fail for Married at First Sight.
I say 0 out of 4. I say I don't see or 5.
Definitely 3 in a possible.
Who's your possible? Becca and Austin? I mean Becca, yeah, Austin.
Yeah, Becca and Austin.
I have to say a no for that for me now because
but that's looking like it's all looking like a no. But I mean, if I was gonna say anybody was at least gonna make it through decision day.
Oh, I see. Okay. Sharon says, does Brennan have siblings? I don't remember. I don't remember either, Sharon. I don't remember. The Jasmine Show, if you're still on, do you remember if they have siblings? So anyways. All right. So let's move to Clare and Cameron. So Clare and Brennan. Claire is taking Brennan lunch. She said, even though he said he wasn't all that hungry, when she showed up at the bike shop, she's like, hey, I brought you a little sandwich. I ate half of it, though. I'm like, why did you just get your own sandwich? Like, who does this? I was like, right. he already don't halfway care for you anyways and vice versa. But here's a half a sandwich I already ate because that's how much I care about you, right?
Yeah, I just don't really understand. It's no like I said last time, it's just no like I don't know if you want to say sex appeal. It's just like even when she brought him the sandwich, you would give your girl a kiss, if at least a kiss on the cheek. Like
Yeah,
there's no kiss. It's all church hugs,
yeah, the
guy
little
hug. It's they too huggy. Like is y'all trying to become boyfriend and girlfriend, or y'all just trying to become besties? Because I'm confused.
well, I
This is
don't think
not
they become
giving.
besties. They wouldn't even be on the same block, honestly, in my opinion. I see you backstage. Hold on just 1 second. Andre said, Brennan equals, I'm just here to not get fined $10,000. Remember McKinley's mom. Yeah. John Doe says, Austin is front and he don't like Becca for his wife. I don't think so. Not anymore. I don't think so. And
Never
John,
did.
no chemistry. Okay. Are you ready backstage? The Jasmine Show. Welcome, Jazz, from the Jasmine Show.
We got Jazz on here. What?
What
Yeah.
is happening?
What's up? So, what do we think about Claire taking the half-eaten
What's
sandwich?
up, Vince?
What's up, Vince?
Hey,
He's here. I thought my man was gonna get a little kiss or something. I mean, if you show up to your man's job with food, you expect a kiss or something, right? But
Yeah.
I kind of understand Cameron like being hesitant to go in because she's weird, man. Like I don't know. I feel like on our show I said she was like she's probably a great therapist, but she just is not a good like she talks to her husband like a therapist. Like
Yeah.
I agree. I've always said that even before they got together. I was like, ooh, a therapist. How do you turn that off? You know, we have a certain career. Turn things off. For example, Millennial. I know y'all haven't seen her in a while since she's an educator. Sometimes when she's talking to me, it's hard to turn things off. I'm like, I'm not in your class. You know what I'm saying? Just depends on what you do.
Yeah.
But no, I'm serious. And they're little kids. You know, little kids have to be directed.
I can see you say, I ain't one of your little kids.
I'm not one of your little friends.
I say it every other day, at least. But I get it. It's hard to turn it off. But Claire, I don't think she's a great therapist from what she's showing. I think she has a capability to be, because every time that Austin says something, what's his name? Cameron says something, in my opinion, is she's like, oh, well, I don't think that way, but it's okay if you do. As a therapist, you're supposed to listen. You're not supposed to disagree. You're not supposed to give your own opinion. You're supposed to write down the thoughts and whatever they're saying, and then give a opinion based off of what they're telling you and how they can move forward in a, better journey for themselves, not your own personal intuition. That's what I'm like, this. No, that's one reason for me.
I think it's him, man. I think he's so weird. Like collects spider traps and keeping the spiders, and it's just like what's sexy about like it's already the accent. I don't think he got like an accent that women want. That's like yeah. It's not like he sound like the dad off the Thornberries. You don't want to know, like I don't think like if he had a British accent, I think it'll be a turn on. But it's just hello, mate. Like no, and I just think he weird. Like look at the conversations. We're gonna build a bike.
Well, it came out when we get to their housewarming scene. Why I think Cameron is the way that he is. But
and that was even weirder.
Right. Karen says Cameron's afraid to approach Claire. She gives me nothing. Frappes and T said Claire was taste testing the sandwich. And Andre says just half a sandwich and no drink.
No, seriously though, that's true. I agree with that.
But she dressed like a
look, someone said, thanks, Vontae. We're not here for the accent.
Also, this man is huge. You think that little half a sandwich gonna do something for him?
I don't know. First of all, I'm thinking if you can
bring they got a lot of meat on it. I mean,
no, you ate half of it. No,
right.
No. He's clearly OCD about food based off the housewarming. So I don't know why she did that. But moving on in their scene, though, why was she so shocked about the bikes and everything else? And then when he described, well, I have 2 degrees and one is in biotech or whatever he said it was, and there's only 5 of us experts about this. That kind of shut her up, because I think that Claire just thinks, because I just thought he had a bike shop too. I wouldn't have known he had 2 degrees about it. But they went through the reception to the honeymoon to the housewarming, friends and family, and she's just now finding out that small tidbit. I was like, what do y'all talk about?
Nothing. They just wait for the cameras to be on to talk.
Oh, wait. She said the house sandwich wasn't even in the bag.
All right, she did just.
That's true. That's true.
Doing that shit to him. That's okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, for some reason, Cameron thinks that her visiting the shop was a good thing. I think she just got it out the way to see where he worked. Maybe she didn't have any, final classes that day. Like, oh, let me go see where my husband works to see exactly what is that he does in his little bike shop. I think she was low-key shading Cameron. I did, until he mentioned that he was one of 5 people in his profession that did that. Did you think she was low-key shading?
I don't think that she's interested in him, and that's what he keeps trying to like insinuate. Like, you don't ask me anything, so you're not really interested in me. But I genuinely think that she's really boring, but she thinks he's boring. I think he's weird, but not necessarily boring.
As weird as her. Right. Dolores
like
says
they both look like they go to the bookstore. It's just like not.
Vince said they're both boring, and his friends did say that the only thing interesting about him was his accent. So
that's true. Kudos to you, Vince. That's true. Dolores says the only interesting couple was Orion and Lauren. Now they divorced so early. And Sharon said Claire isn't interested in him. She wants to be the smartest.
She dressed like a therapist. Like, like when you see her, like she don't really be sexy. She like, it's like you going to sit in the chair. I think her being a shrink is just like, then you got shrink friends and just like, I'm gonna be analyzed everywhere. I can't even talk to Buddy. I'm thinking we talking about sports. He analyzing my chromosomes. Right. I don't know. No.
I do have that typed out a little bit later.
John, but that's his fault though. It's his fault because, like I said, he's doing something shady, something up with Cameron.
Something's up.
Why ain't none of your friends show
Nobody
up?
shows up.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Jonah says Claire is dry as burnt toast. Well, so is Cameron.
They both dry.
They dry as that paste that he put on that bread. That nasty paste. That bread was their relationship. It looked like it could be good until you bite into it and you realize.
Okay.
But I think somebody need to just make the first move. He got to tell her like, look, I ain't come on here to make no friends. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I think he tried to make the first move when he brought the rose bush flowers at the honeymoon.
He brought yes.
Bro, he brought all the bushes and she still was like,
So he tried. So she's not trying to meet him. I don't think so. Maybe in maybe her communication, her love language is communication, and his is more affection. Maybe that's.
Well, maybe it's just like Jazz said though. Like maybe he knows she's not interested in him, so he just not even
trying anymore.
But I'm just like, at this point, what are you still on the process for? If you know she don't like you and you feel it in your spirit, just be like, look, we had a good little run on this 7-8 days. It was fun. We had a good time. This is by far the wildest thing I've ever done in my life. But
right,
it's time to call it a day. I'm ready to go back to my tricycles because at this point, I'm not getting no more action with the bikes or without the bikes. So,
oh my goodness, not the tricycle. All right, so let's move on from that. So we have Emily and Brennan. They're officially moving in together. So it took Emily 4 trips to bring her stuff in from downstairs, and Brennan's just looking around. Let me tell you something. If the energy didn't tell Emily again right there that this is what you want to do, I'm just here for because Pastor Cal told me to give it a try. I don't know what is. I can't tell you how many times I've been into any grocery stores, airports, or whatever. Somebody is like, oh, hey, do you need help? Can I get the door or whatever? Strangers. But your husband is watching you come back and forth, and on the 4th trip you brought on food, he's like, oh my God, she brought 18 things to my 2. I'm like, at least she thought about the food and, trying to make
her arm injured. Terrible. And the arm injured. I forgot about the arm.
What's up with Brennan? What's up with that? He's
Brent
overwhelmed because she's
is
bringing her stuff in.
he's just grumpy. He's grumpy as hell. He is he's a misogynist. I know it for a fact. Because just in the preview, the way he was like cutting off Dr. Pia, like, and she was like,
oh yeah, we'll get to
no.
that. Yeah, we'll get to that.
I was like, he's pushing it for me right now.
Yeah, I don't think he like women. I don't think he like respects.
He don't respect women. Yeah.
He don't respect women. I don't think he respects women. And I think he not attracted. I think he was one of them dudes that came on here looking for a 10. He thought they was about to hook him up with a she a bad and she knows she a 10. But it was just one of her regular friends. And the eyebrows might be throwing him off. Because I asked my wife, I was like, I ain't got no good judgment with judging women of color because I done been wrong a lot of times. Like, oh, she cute. And I'll talk to somebody in the same color. They be like, I'm like, oh, okay, so my judgment is off. So I asked my wife, she's like, I think it's the eyebrows.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, so it doesn't matter, men or women, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I mean, look at the 90-day franchise with Nikki. So, anyways, Sharon was outright rude. He should have helped her. He should have helped her. I thought that was very rude.
Yeah, that was messed up.
I was like, but anyway.
I mean, he didn't help her off the floor. He didn't help her off the floor when she first. If that hotel room, she slipped on the floor and she said it was loud. I mean, he didn't help her. She real life hurt herself. Like, you didn't help her when she hurt herself. I know he's not gonna help her with the bag. And then he said, I only moved in because Pastor Cal told me that we don't need space. Sounds like Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Right. Sharon says Emily is attractive. Andre says, Emily, I don't understand. If Brennan was terrible, why do you still want to sleep with him? That was my next point. Emily is trying to put it on him. She's like, I got like nice lingerie. I'm just throwing a little.
Man, she been DTF since the shot tables. Probably before that.
That's just her. Even at the bachelorette party, she had her ass there twerking. Okay, she's been ready.
Right.
Yeah, she ready to get jetty. I mean, it's the truth.
She was gonna get married and she was gonna be able to do whatever she wanted to do. So,
but she should have known the first night. Anytime, I'm telling you, it's always anytime a dude say, "I want to take it slow," he don't like you.
Okay.
He don't like you. That don't exist. We gonna take it as slow as you gonna go.
Right.
But like, I'm not about to initiate, let us go slow. We gonna kiss on the 900th date. No.
So you're not on the what was that? The 90-day plan from the Steve Harvey Think Like a Man?
Absolutely not me.
Okay.
But ask my wife, 90 days.
I mean,
we got to do it 2 days, but 90 days? Okay.
Oh my goodness. It's whatever people are comfortable with. Vontae.
Whatever they gonna lie to themselves about.
Anyway, were you gonna say something, Jazz?
I said there just needs to be consent. I mean, it don't have to be rushed. It's also not like, at least when you going out and you dating, you're getting to know that person. It's like, I just met you at the altar, so I can understand why somebody would be like, you know what, I'm not trying to smash immediately. Like,
yeah.
I mean, if I got on this show at this point, I'm married. I mean, if she got the whatever, I guess I got it from life with her now.
Right.
You got it from your wife. I mean, you can't be mad.
That's true. Let's move on. So we have Orion and Lauren. Orion's meeting his friend, and Lauren's meeting her sister-in-law and brother. Huh?
I said, why are they still here?
Oh, but Orion explained that, he felt bad about things, but he wasn't attracted. He feels like he did the right thing, right? So when asked what did his mom and sister think about it, he said that they felt they were disappointed. And I'm like, disappointed in what? You not going through the process correctly? Do they know all the detail? Or disappointed in what exactly? He was very vague about that. What y'all think about the Orion part?
That boy he takes no accountability. Mm-hmm. He's the one that called off the marriage and is basically blaming Lauren. And I'm just like, this is utterly wild. Like, utterly wild.
And yeah, to
And then
marry a gaslighter.
Audacity, he's talking like, yeah, I'm not trying to date because there were feelings with Lauren. I'm like, please stop it. Like, this is all performative at this point.
Right.
You can't be serious.
sick. He's sick. He's sick. I'm trying to say that is a crazy. This is a season. This is what happens when you approach people in the mall. Y'all done picked all nuts. The whole cast
They went
nuts.
to the
The
mall
whole
with these people.
Yeah.
like ain't nothing about none of these people. Nobody just don't got a normal story. Nobody don't. Normal regular stuff. Normal regular stuff. Oh, I wasn't that handsome in high school. I wasn't that cute. I was big. I was small. Like these people, it just be all to the extreme. Oh, every boy I dated never paid me no attention. What? Not the therapist is with people who don't pay that attention, and she just keep on dating people like sick.
Yeah.
But Orion, yeah, he's full. At this point, he's just taking up airtime. Why are you? What is the back and forth in your head? Like, who is you trying to convince?
Right. Sharon says Onion needs to find himself. He does. He's confused. He's not sure what he wants.
No,
he doesn't
he's
know
a
what
pathological liar.
That
He
too.
is sick. He can't stop lying. You can't ask him the same question twice and get the same answer. He a liar. He can't help. He lies so bad that it just spews out. He can't help it.
Is he worse than Cameron with the? Yeah, he's definitely worse than Cameron with the lion.
Yeah, he up there with Michael. I got a Honda that's 1993 with 2,000 miles.
Nobody's up there with Michael. You know that's millennials. Nah, no. She used to be so stressed behind Michael, behind the scenes. I'm like, calm down. Michael and Mika, they're classic. But anyways, so what do you think about Lauren? First of all, Lauren, you've only known him a total of, we're not saying after the divorce, at divorce. You knew him a total of what, 4.5 days, maybe?
A week. The honeymoon was like a week, right? So let's say like day 8. Hypothetically, right?
Okay. So, I mean, I'm gonna say it. I've heard other people say it too. Like, why is she so upset as if she's known this man for years and years? Like it's her first love, and and that's it. You know,
but that she's a lover girl, though. Like, let's be real. If you're the type of, because I feel like I had friends before that would like be in love, madly in love with everybody they dated. And then would be distraught when it didn't work, right? So imagine you're that person that is like fully invested in every person you date, and then you get married at first sight. And for a week or so, it seems like this might be exactly what you wanted. I kind of understand her more, I think.
Well, I can understand her being a lover girl, but what I can't understand is just like how much emotion you put into somebody so fast.
It's just how you love a girl for him.
But I think that maybe Lauren is like maybe grieving the fact of possibly having the white picket fence, the fantasy of the getting married, the fairy tale. I think she's mourning the fairy tale of it, not necessarily. It can't be Orion. I'm just guessing. It could be, but
yeah, I agree. But also, we're forgetting about the part where her mom told her that she wanted her to step outside of her comfort zone. So she was thinking like, I'm trying to honor my mom in some ways. Like it was a lot more for her in her head process that went into it clearly than Orion.
You're right. Cynthia says
she's 30 something.
Right. Cynthia says, yes, Orion is a liar. I'm tired of Lauren crying over a man that doesn't want her, especially one that you don't even know. Truly a stranger these days. And Jonathan says Lauren is hurt over being rejected, and does she need attention?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's the rejection, and I think it's because like her mom, her mom died, and then she was just, my mom told me I need to marry me a strong man. I said, well, you wasn't listening because that is the exact opposite. Mama up there.
In her defense, she didn't pick this man. The experts did. So, that's a little bit of a pass.
You picked to do this process. Your mama told you to go get you a strong man. She ain't say, let pass the cow. They got a 950 people he done hooked up. He got a bad record.
It's not just Pascal, it's the show in general. They just don't have the best record. All right,
All of them. Driving Miss Daisy, even worse.
Yeah, that was bad advice. All right, next up is the housewarmings. We'll start with Emily and Brennan throwing, what party was it? 80s wig party?
It was a bad wig party. I don't know.
What was the point of the little tiny hands? What was the point of that? Anybody know?
That's a little thing going on TikTok. It just be funny. It's just,
Okay.
I don't understand it, but it's just like to have little hands. I think you want to like have little tiny hands and then use it to like drink or like do things to people to see if they notice it.
Oh, okay.
It's like a TikTok thing.
All right. Well, apparently they said they did all that because they were low on cash. Their budget was low. And I'm like, if your budget's low, why go buy little cheap wigs and little party favors to stick with the food? Call it a day. But that's just me.
Why they budget low if he got money? I thought he lived below his means.
Well, clearly he's keeping it for himself. He's not sharing with Emily, who he
he's definitely asking for a divorce. Like that's very
right. So as they break off to meet the friends, I mean, Emily is, she's chatty with his friends. They're not coming at her like Brenna's coming at her. They have a short conversation, but the majority of the conversation was with Brennan's, Emily's friends that took him outside and was like, hey, listen, just straight up. We don't like how you treating our friend. We noticed you didn't help her with the appetizers coming out the oven. I'm like, they was on him like, white on rice, weren't they? They was like, what are you doing? What are you not doing? We heard what happened previously before. We don't like it. Now, do you think the friends came off aggressive, or do you think they was correct in the way they were speaking to Brennan?
They were incorrect in the way they were speaking to him. One, because he was trying to gain clarity on where they were coming from, and they started cussing at him first. I didn't like that. Mm-hmm. For me, that's like you're being aggressive now, and now we need to fight. Also, if y'all are friends, why y'all wasn't invited to her wedding? That's my first question. Because they were like, oh, this is the first time we meeting you. And I'm like, but if y'all are best friends, why you wasn't at the wedding?
Right.
It's not.
Unless she was at a work. Unless she was on a business thing. I don't know. I don't know where she was. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. I know both. Maybe I don't know. But you're right about that.
They were out of order.
They were
out of order. That was too much. If I just got my friends trying to meet my girl, that first of all, this is a weird situation. I don't know her like that. I want you to interrogate her. But like, I don't want you to like cuss her out and be rude to the point like she gonna be looking at me like, what you gonna do about your friends? It's awkward. How you back around? You ain't gonna want to be around them no more. We're like, right. Oh Lord, they about to come cuss me out for something because I ain't put the baloney up.
Yeah. Well, I think they were they were trying to say without saying about, we heard what happened previously. And, from the honeymoon, from what Emily was saying to one of her friends. Was the friend that she talked to before for lunch, was she at this dinner or was that another friend? Because
I don't think that was the same girl.
The one from lunch Emily talked to looked like Becca's friend at her birthday dinner. I'm like, is that the same lady?
They did look similar. The one in the middle at the dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So these are two new friends that came for Emily, not the third that was at the lunch. So apparently now I'm thinking about like who was at the wedding for Emily because it weren't them. Well, apparently Brennan said,
give me vibes. She got a lot of friends though.
Well, she's a party girl. She said,
she got a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm. And everybody her best friend because shots.
Right. So during the conversation now, do you think it was wrong of Brennan after he heard all this coming at you real hard that, well, I don't think this is reality anyways?
I was like,
that was dumb.
He's dumb. Like, I just feel like if you don't want to be married, you don't want to be in this, then just say that. Like, let's say each other all the time. It's like, well, if this was real life, they're like, this is real life. So I think at that point, that should have been the time where they went in on him. But they started going in on him off bat. The issue.
Right.
He's shallow, though. I think he's shallow.
Cynthia says, I didn't like her friends all what I didn't like her friends all Brennan going to do is take it out on Emily when the cameras leave. I get you what you're saying. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
It was the pink hair friend. The other friend was really trying to be cool. The pink hair friend was like, I didn't effing do say that. Like, I was like, whoa. I'm like, hold on. He was nice because we wouldn't even made it. I'm like, I don't know who y'all talking to.
Right.
I don't even know y'all. Who is you talking about? Ma'am, I don't even know her. I understand I help her with the groceries. It's been 7 days. Give me a break. Give me a break. I don't know how to be a husband in 8 days. I'm sorry.
Right though, what they were trying to say was correct.
Yeah.
Their was nasty.
Right. Exactly.
But I don't think you say that when you first meet somebody. I say the third, fourth meeting. The third, fourth meeting, you might be like, hey, you know, we got a better relationship. Can I talk to you outside? You know, I don't really like that. You know, my friend, a woman, you don't be helping her with the bags and stuff. That's not really a good look, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something like that, but not out right off the rip. Oh, toe back. He was gone off them White Claws.
Is that what it was?
Because you know, Emily was making drinks.
I said the way that she talked like a valley girl that was high to me. That's how she sounded. I was like, she off something. Everybody was off something in this show.
Gone.
They were. All right, so let's move to
Claire.
Claire.
It's legal out there. Gone.
It is. Let's go to Clare and Cameron. So they're setting up for the housewarming. It's a bring your own cup party, but you can't bring a cup. So,
yeah, we did. We had an ABC.
Oh, hold on, I'll bring you back. Oh, there you are. What'd you say?
I said we had an ABC party. It was fun.
Oh, okay. What'd you drink out of?
I don't even know. No, I wasn't nothing like that. My wife probably had the worst thing, but I'll tell you I'll tell you.
Oh, off camera. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, while Claire was blowing up the balloon, she seemed like she was already annoyed in general, but really annoyed that Cameron, he came in from work, right? Or was he working out? Where'd he come from? Because he came in a little bit after. Well,
I think he probably came after work or something.
Well, apparently he didn't bring the food. Okay. And she's like, so where's the food? He goes, oh, I didn't know how to bring the food. I'm like, do they talk at all? So she just took the half-eaten sandwich, came home, is like, you know, the housewarming's tonight, production told us, and that's it. Like, where's the communication with these two?
They don't talk. That's what I feel like that's what I'm trying to say is they don't talk off camera. She doesn't ask him anything about himself. She's not interested in him.
Taylor, I guess, right. So when Cameron goes to order the food, he said from a local store, right? Or something. He didn't say a restaurant. He's like, okay, I'll order it now. I think Cameron must have bypassed the time to pick up because where do you order where you got to get the food like right now?
You can usually pick a later time. That's what I'm
saying. That's what I'm saying. He was like, oh, I have to get it now. I'm like, now? You can wait till the party. And, you know, so that was a rift between them. And, you know, Cameron's like, oh, so the food's going to be old and whatever he said. And she's like, no, we could put it in the oven. And why was the oven still beeping to turn on for being warm? Don't nobody know how to turn the oven on? Nothing. I mean, they were having a hard time at this party in general. So
why are you stressing out?
Give them a pass. It was a new place.
Okay. I'll give them that. It was a new place.
But why are you stressing out over 2 people coming over? I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that for 2-3 people, bro. No, right. I'm like, look, y'all, I don't even know how to use this oven. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Come over and help me figure it out so we can get these nachos. Right.
But the point is, when the 2 friends come over, was it 2 or 4?
Mm-hmm.
It was 3. I think.
3, 2 guys and a lady, the therapist. So we're back on therapist. I wrote that down too, Devontae. I was like, so you know her friends are coming here and automatically evaluate Cameron because they don't know him. He's a stranger to see his personality. Because if I was a therapist, that's what I would do too for my friend, right?
And they probably all different kind of therapists too, though. You don't know what therapist is which.
That's true. That's very true. So the female friend made it there first. And so, you know, they're just trying to have lighthearted conversation. And then jokingly is like, oh, so, you know, where's your family? He's like, oh, they're not here. so where's your dad? Oh, or do you have an issue with your dad? You know, being a therapist, jokingly. He's like, oh, well, he's on his deathbed. First of all, that's a hard thing. That's very tough to lay out on somebody. And clearly Claire didn't know. Once again, would you want somebody to know that your family member could possibly be on their deathbed or whatever's happening with them? Like, I don't understand that whole scene entirely. I don't understand what Cameron got from that for Claire to say. Go ahead, Jess.
I'm kind of blaming Cameron on this one
That's what.
because previously asked if his family knew, and he never answered the question. He just brushed right over it and said, yeah, my plan is to go back to New Zealand and have a wedding there too. Correct. He never said, yes, my family knows. No, my family doesn't know. So I think that, I don't know what's the truth. I don't know if his dad is really on his deathbed. I would hope he wouldn't joke about that. But I think Cameron is a pathological liar too. And I think he's hiding something. I don't know what it is, but I'm waiting to find out what it is. But I know he's hiding something.
Well, at the reception, when she asked where was the family, he said, oh, my family is, remember, the lady is his mom's friend's sister's best friend, somebody from college. Remember that the whole line? And he said his mom, dad, and brother are still in New Zealand. They weren't able to make it in time. So that's when he could have shared the fact that his dad was sick. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know, we've gone to this level because now, you know, that brought the whole mood down. Like, where do you go from here? It's already, you know, too much tension in the room as it is, but this puts really a damper on it. Because what do you say after that? Especially her friend, you know? So I don't know. What do you think, Devontae, about Cameron?
It's just like somebody who, like, you don't know, be like, your mama, then you like, my mom's dead. Like, okay, way to kill the vibe, John.
Right.
Like, you know, I didn't mean it like that. Like, Jesus. And then like I said, this is another couple that's gonna fail, but I think they're gonna fail off religion. That was a wrap for me, because I mean, he don't believe in the church, the whatever, and she's a real Catholic. How is that gonna work? You can't bypass something. If you are into the Lord, that is a part of who you are, and there's no way you can. If I really like believe in that stuff, there's no way you can not love that, and we gonna be cool. And I gotta lay with you,
right?
No. But I think, yeah, I mean, I think he was weird.
Yeah,
he was weird for that. He didn't have to. I don't know, but it's some people like that. You know, they very blunt. But if your daddy's sick and he died, what made you go get married?
Right.
I don't think Cameron has a relationship with his family.
I don't think he does either. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think the secret is. It's something up. And he also said, remember, he said, oh, yeah, when I was 10, I got kicked out of the church.
15.
It's something happening. And I'm like, what is it? What is he hiding?
And he was in therapy as a child.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. For what?
So does his family even know that he's truly in America, you think? Do they truly know that?
They know he's in America, but they don't know what he got going on here, because it don't seem like he's close to his family at all, which is a deal breaker for Claire.
Yeah. So, well, Cameron, when he sits down with her two male friends, he said Claire's the smartest person he knows, and all, you know, giving good words about her. Like you, Jazz, I still think there's something missing, and I think he's not telling the whole truth about that. So I don't know.
It's they'd have found a bunch of wackos. Because Brennan, we got to pray. What's the girl name?
Emily.
We got to keep her our prayers. That is a news article. Oh, I hope it don't happen. I hope it don't happen.
Yeah.
He really reminds me of somebody that is abusive. Like, cool.
Cameron or
Brennan. Brennan. I just know he's the type of dude that will hem you up when the camera's not there, and then when you have a bruise, go and tell you to put makeup on it or something. Like, that's the energy
he Blair Underwood off Medea's family reunion.
Yep.
Hey, bye, y'all.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so let's move past them. Let's go to Becca and Austin. So their housewarming is a continuation to me of her birthday party. Becca and Austin still think things are going awesome, amazing. We're great. Everything is fine. We think each other are cute, so it's all good. I'm like, surface level, drop down a little bit and see what's really going on here. I do think that Becca, again, the religion thing pops up again, is going to have an issue with that, even though she said she's never been for a Christian before. So this would be the first time with Austin. She says that Austin is also sometimes, well, his friend said Austin could be a tough nut to crack. But Austin's friend said that even though he's an atheist, he's never had a problem with religion or friendship going forward. I'm thinking like, you probably didn't have those type of conversation, and that's not your wife.
Right. That sounds like you're not in a relationship.
So, what y'all think about Becca and Austin? They're awesome. They're great. We're cute. We like each other. You know, it's like a little cheerleading chant going on over there.
I think that he's going to blindside her and ask for a divorce, unfortunately, and she's going to be distraught. That's what I think is going to happen.
Brennan is abusive physically and emotionally. Yeah, but Jonathan says Becca is slow.
Good.
Yeah, in the clouds. You ain't even got the thing. You no. I don't think I told you. I'm a man. I'm trying to tell you that sick stuff.
Yeah,
No.
I think that was
it's not, I'm not mad at her. Like, she can't help that she's sick. I just think you shouldn't have came on this show with all that going on. That's a lot to put on somebody. And he probably like in his head, like, oh my God, this girl always in pain. I'm about to be a caretaker. Lord have mercy. You don't know, like, he probably already thinking that, like, oh, it's gonna be one, she's gonna be 45, can't get up. And then she don't know. It's just not a good match. She's not religious.
Well, she's religious. She's of Jewish faith.
Hold on, who ain't religious? I thought she said she didn't believe in the church and she was done.
She said she's atheist now. She said she was raised Jewish.
Yeah, she ain't nothing now. So she ain't into that no more.
Stopped everything?
Yeah, she's done. She's done.
Okay.
She said she open to the fact that it could be something, but she gonna just leave it at that. She not going no church. She don't want her kids. If they interested, she'll let them. That's basically what she said. So and he said he's a Catholic? And
Christian.
Oh, yeah, Christian.
He's just spiritual, right? I just think that I appreciated that Becca telling him that she had medical issues from jump, just like Cameron should have done about his dad, if that's really true. But Becca being on the show in general is unfair. She just had surgery, and maybe she can or cannot have children. Maybe she's not mentally she might be, let me reverse that, mentally ready. Maybe she's not physically ready to see what she can do or want or whatever with her body. And I just don't think that's fair for Austin.
I feel like if this was a boyfriend situation, I feel like you could be okay. But for you to just basically force me to get married to you, like that's a decision. That's something serious that I want to like really deal with. You gotta let me make that decision. It's kind of like y'all hid all that from me. Then you just sprung it on me. It's like, might as well just let you know, I'm gonna be in pain 24/7. Ain't nothing you can do about it, but I'm fine. Like, what?
Right. Yeah. And just as I'm awesome, everything is good. We're cute. We could game. We could.
Where's the sex appeal with them too? Nothing.
I feel like they into like cosplay sex or something. Like that's just how they come off to me.
That's possible too. I can see that.
Like it may not be sexy.
You think he a furry?
It's sexy to them.
Yeah, I can see that now that you mention it. I can see that. So
why he ain't made no move then? He ain't bust no moves. They doing all this hee hee ha ha. We're so great. Sex ain't never came. If I'm all happy with a girl, we sleeping with each other, and we happen to be married, and you know the vibe. He know the vibe is there. She said she told her friends, I'm waiting on him to bust the move. So that means she giving him the look, you know what you trying to do. She tooting the booty and he ain't doing nothing. So what that tell you? He don't like her.
Yeah,
I always thought that. I kept thinking that Austin was flirting with Dr. Pia. I think he like white. I think he like black girls.
He might. We'll see next week.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter juice.
Right. Like I said, for me, and I know the Jasmine Show, if you haven't watched it, they have their own YouTube channel as well. They do what do you call it? Polls, or what do you call it again?
Yeah, we were doing the polls that they show we do ratings.
Becca's always the one to reach out for kisses. That's true. They do ratings from like 0 to 5 on couples. And I know I've been on their channel and they probably be like, she is tripping. But I just do like a lot of negatives for these couples because I don't see it. And you know what? In reality, I don't be wrong at the end of this season. But all these couples, honestly, if I'm going to give any hope for right now, Becca and Austin, not to take anything away from the Jasmine Show, are the only ones that will even make it with a ranking for me. Everybody else is at a 0. There's just nothing that they're giving, in my opinion. So
I feel like it's always like one person that's pulling some weight, and then the other person that's like I am surprisingly impressed with Emily because I thought she was going to be a horrible wife. I didn't think she was going to know
She
relationship.
Woody does.
Yeah. Because of the
I
Bachelorette
thought she was going to be like Woody, but dang, look at it.
Yeah.
It's always them be the best candidates. It look like you just go to the club and find people. Don't go to the mall no more. Go to the club.
Now I don't know where you need to go, but I'm gonna say no to both. So do it the old-fashioned way, like you used to. Have people who want to get married sign up. That's how you do it. Get back to the original.
I think they need to really go deep and explain marriage and what this process is. Explain it like, look. This person, I know you said you want tall, dark, and handsome, but I can only get tall and dark.
Right.
That's true too.
Are you okay with dating a tall and dark guy? Or do he gotta be fine? He gotta be handsome? I can't guarantee you that he's handsome because what we pick as handsome might not be handsome to you. And the whole process is you don't know what we picking. So are you really? Do looks really not matter? Because you can't do this if somebody don't want to have a baby. Are you sure you really don't want to have a baby?
Yeah, they need to get into it for sure.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was the episode. Next week we're gonna see the group meet up together as a whole, I guess, to go over what's working for them. And Dr. Pia comes to visit. Now, I'm not sure if Dr. Pia is visiting everybody. But the ones who we saw was what you mentioned, Jazz, about the Emily and Austin or Brennan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I'm asking her. Okay, well, we're asking her. You know what I'm saying? Like that again. Are they even going to make it to episode 11? Are they going to make it to the end after next week with Dr. Pia? Because it's already too much, but this is even more.
If I would have called in the reinforcements. I was like, listen, all of us need to get here and talk to this guy because something is up. Blink twice if you're in distress, Emily, please.
Yeah, we did that last week, didn't we? We were like, blinking hard.
I'm trying to tell you. That's why he don't want to go in there with Keisha. Because it's just going to blatantly show that you have a problem with women, bro. Yeah. You got a problem. You weird. I knew it. I knew you was too good to be true.
I feel like
I knew it.
We know that people are open to disrespecting Black women easily, right? But I feel like Keisha will call him on his BS so bad he might run off the stage.
Well, they say he's coming back next week, though. Brennan's supposed to be on the after party next week. She said Brennan and Austin will be on the after party next week. That's what she said.
I cannot wait for that.
John just said, does MAFS want successful marriages? They say they do. That's what they say.
But they need to produce at least, I would say they at least need to start producing at least 2 out of 4 to make the show watchable. Now it's just, you just playing on people's lives. It's getting worse and worse. First the yoga instructor, now we're here. Now we're with the fake woke Indian telling the Black lady that he's offended and she racist. No.
Right.
They have fallen off the plane. One driving Miss Daisy was the icing on the cake.
Devontae, it's Native American.
Oh, my bad. Native American. I'm sorry.
All right. But if you saw the after party, if anyone saw it, was Lauren, Claire, and Emily. Emily is already dropping subtle messages that Austin isn't showing he cares and doesn't see any big actions from him. Claire is seen on the after party without her ring on.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that say?
We already know these people divorced.
Shocker. Shocker.
She's crying on the after party because, about Cameron telling her about his dad and just opening up about her feelings. She says she should be more patient with Cameron. I'm like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? And then Keisha asked Lauren I think Emily mentioned that Brennan wasn't comfortable on camera, that he's one way on camera and one way off camera.
Yep.
And I'm like, red flags is nothing but red flags. Red flags don't turn to green. So clearly that's what's happening there. And then Keisha asked Lauren, was she and Orion okay on camera? She said that she was, that she knows the cameras were there, but eventually, you don't notice. And so she said what she said, she stands on what she stands on. And that was that. So anyways, and the sister-in-law thing for Lauren. Do y'all think sister-in-law gave her some good advice? About
It was very black. It was very black sister-in-law.
It was very ethnic.
And I know what she said behind closed doors.
Yeah.
I know what she said behind closed doors. We was all here with it. People of color. We already knew what she told you. Girl, you better go get your hair done. Put that on so you show them what you missed. She was looking good these last couple scenes. I said, she oiled up.
Yep,
them edges was there.
Yes.
She was glistening. I said, oh yeah, she didn't put the body oil. She probably smelled good. He messed up.
She said she does actually laugh sometimes, not cry. So next week we're going to see her crying on the floor because whatever she's feeling. Now, Andre said before we go, is Cameron and Brennan going to be on the after party next week? That's what Keisha said. Cameron and Brennan. Either Brennan and Austin or Cameron and Brennan. Either way, Brennan is scheduled next week.
Yeah, as long as Brennan is there and we can eat his ass up, then we're good to go. Okay.
Yep, and I can't wait to the reunion. I need Kevin. Kevin, you better go hard. You better go in. This is how you save the season. The reunion got to be good because the season terrible. Right. I want you to go in on Orion. I want you to go in on Brendan. You definitely go in on the therapist and her friends, the drunks. Yep.
Yeah. Sharon says, Claire said, that's my job, but you're his wife and not at work being a therapist. That's true. Sometimes it's hard to turn it off. One last question.
It's hard to turn it off.
Last question. Do we think everyone's going to show up to the reunion? Because the way that it's going, it's not giving that. With Orion might, just because, that's what he would do.
He's the victim. He's the victim, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He wanted to show that bob when he came on TV. I said, now he got a little bob. I said he went straight. He went lower forequad on us.
Supposed to cut his hair. That's what threw me off.
But somebody said, didn't they say they cut their hair to start over?
Yeah, I said that. And different natives
cut it.
To start over, they cut their hair for a fresh start. So
he should have been bald head like a monk.
He's the problem.
He has to know he's the problem first, or else he's just gonna keep cutting his hair into a new bob. That's what it's gonna be. All right, y'all have any final thoughts? And thank you all for joining, watching on the replay, and everything else.
No, I'm ready for next week at this point because I need some hot tea that's actually tea, not just foolishness.
I hope they bring the Orion's cousin back. Michael, because they kind of look like him and Michael kind of look similar. It's because
then we have to have a new couple to talk about that. The show was already halfway over.
I was thinking they should have matched Lauren and Michael. I think that would have been a weird match, but it would have been better.
They should have been Lauren and Michael and Becca and Austin. Not Becca and Austin and what's her name with the dark eyebrows?
Emily.
Yeah. And then Cameron and them should never been on the show. No. We don't want no therapists on the show. How you gonna get therapy? The therapist got to get therapy? Like, no.
Apparently so. I don't know. So I don't know. Next week, like I said, we'll have to see what Brennan has to say, if he says anything, and if he actually goes home to his apartment, because he don't want to be there in the first place. So all right. Well, thank you all for joining. I appreciate your viewpoints on the panel and in the comments. Everyone stay safe. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. Good night, everyone. Take care.